What is up, everyone? Tim Dexter here, co-owner of Dexterity Depot, and welcome back to another Dexterity tutorial. On this one, we're going to be going over the most important skill in parkour and a very important skill for ninja, and that is how to land safely and properly absorb impact. So we all love training ninja or parkour or both, and we want to be able to train for a long period of time. But to do that, we need to make sure that our bodies are nice and strong and healthy. And one of the ways to ensure that is to make sure that we have nice, clean, safe landings. This is so we can avoid some immediate injuries and also some chronic injuries that might happen later down the road due to bad technique and form. Not only is having good, clean, safe landings important for your health, but it's also important for helping you to overcome fear to try new obstacles or new challenges. In my experience, knowing how to land safely has helped me to overcome bigger and harder challenges in both ninja and parkour. This is because it gives me just one less thing I have to worry about when trying a new challenge. So before we get into the first thing we're going to cover today, I just want to say this is not a how to fall or bail safely tutorial. Instead, this tutorial is only going to help you to land safely and absorb impact properly. So with that being said, we're first going to get started with learning proper form and technique for absorbing those impacts. Number one, you always want to make sure that you're landing on the balls of your feet, and you never want to land flat-footed or on your heel, because by doing that, the shock's going to go up through your heel, into your ankles, into your calves, into your knees, and it's just not good for your legs or your body. Number two, you always want to make sure that your chest is up, and you never want to lean too far forward, because by doing that, that's going to put more impact on your back, which isn't necessary and not good for your body as well. Number three, when you're absorbing that impact, you don't want to absorb too much or too low, because by doing that, once again, it's bad for your legs and bad for your knees. And you also don't want to keep your legs completely straight, because obviously that's also bad on your legs as well. Now, some quick things to keep in mind. You want to make sure that you're having strong legs throughout the entirety of that landing. So what that means is when you hit the ground, you don't just want to flop down really fast. You want to use your leg muscles to control and absorb that impact. A good way to think about this is you want to make sure that you're hitting the ground and the ground isn't hitting you. Number two, you want to make sure that you have nice, soft, and quiet landings, because that means you're absorbing more impact and it's better on your body. Whereas if you're hitting the ground really hard and you're making a stomping noise when you land, that equals more impact on your body, which is not good for you. Alright, so let's jump into our first progression. For this one, all that you need is a flat surface of any kind. It's pretty simple. All you're going to do is jump up as high as you can and then land back down to where you were standing. You really want to make sure that you're focusing on that technique that we just went over. So making sure you land on the balls of your feet, making sure your chest is up, that you're not absorbing down too much, and really focus on having a nice, clean, soft, controlled landing. So do that over and over and over again. Repetition is key for this skill, and make sure that you really, really have it down. Once you do, we're going to move on to the next progression. It's the exact same thing, except this time we're going to add a little bit of impact to it. So you're going to find yourself a couch or a ledge of any kind that's about knee height, and all you're going to do is just drop down off it, and once again, really focus on that good technique. So just like the last one, keep practicing that until it feels really easy and really comfortable for you. The next progression, again, it's the exact same thing, except we're going to increase the height of that drop. This time, anywhere from hip height to chest height. Not too high though, we don't want to push ourselves too hard and get injury. We're just focusing on technique. So once again, do that over and over again until it feels natural and easy for you. Our next progression is actually going to be learning a skill called the ground slap. So the ground slap is another way to absorb impact. However, for this one, we're actually going to use all four limbs to absorb impact rather than just our legs, which is a lot more helpful in reducing that impact on our body. Because as you're going to see, the parkour roll that we're going to learn next takes a lot of space to be able to do. But what do you do if you're in a situation where you can't roll, but you still have to take a lot of impact? This is when you would apply the ground slap. So for this technique, what you're going to do is when you land, you're going to absorb down. This time you're going to squat down much lower so that you can put your hands on the ground. And from there, you're actually going to use your arms to help you absorb that impact. So you're going to continue to squat down and use those arms to make sure your elbows are either flexing out or in, and you're going to squat all the way down and then push off the ground nice and hard once you've absorbed the impact to be able to keep running out. You want to make sure that you're not just slapping the ground really hard or kind of putting a lot of weight in your wrists. You want to use your arms and use your elbows to bend, so that way you're absorbing that impact just like how you do it with your legs. So the two most common mistakes that I see while coaching this are, number one, people don't use their hands or arms enough to help them absorb that impact. Remember, the whole point of this technique is to use all 4 limbs to help disperse that impact throughout your body. So what they do is they squat down too far, then they just kind of tap the ground with their hands, which doesn't do anything, and that is bad landing technique like we learned earlier. Number 2, which is the complete opposite of that spectrum, is they're actually using their arms or hands too much to help distribute the impact. So when they're doing this, they're leaning too far forward and putting way too much weight in their wrists, which is actually harmful and dangerous to our body. So really make sure that you're finding that good, safe balance between using your arms to produce the impact and not using them enough. So as always, keep practicing that ground slap until it feels really, really easy for you. For our next progression, we're going to be learning the parkour roll. Now, the parkour roll is the most important, essential piece for absorbing impact and having safe landings. So what the parkour roll does is it turns downward momentum into forward momentum. So for this one, the more distance that you cover equals more impact that's being dispersed across space. The parkour roll is one of the most deceptively difficult skills there is in parkour, and it takes a lot of time to fully master. So don't get frustrated if you're having trouble with this one. It is completely okay. So we're gonna start by squatting down. From here, we want to make sure that our legs are at a nice 90-degree angle like this or something similar. Then we're going to make a diamond shape with our hands like this. And we're going to place our hands to either side of our body. From here, we're going to push with our legs and then roll from our shoulder down to our opposite hip. By doing this, it avoids all major bone contact with the ground and is much safer on your body. If you roll in a straight line and do a forward gymnastics roll, that can lead to a lot of injuries and it's very painful. Parkour is not gymnastics. Don't do a gymnastics roll, we're doing a parkour roll. So, from this position, with your legs at the 90-degree angle, hands in diamond shape, you're gonna put your hands down, remember to push with your legs, then roll from your shoulder to opposite hip, like this. So when you're doing the roll, you wanna try to land in the same position that you started in, because you want to land on your foot as you're exiting the roll and not your calf or knee. This is for 2 reasons. Number 1, if you're rolling on a harder surface, it's going to obviously hurt your shin or calf or knee. And number 2, it's going to be more efficient when you're trying to run out of that roll. Now, the 2 most common mistakes that I see while teaching this are number 1, a person tries to do a forward gymnastics roll, or number 2, a person tries to do a weird side roll. So that was a very short and simple explanation of the parkour roll. Like I said before, it's actually a very complex movement that takes a lot of time to master. I could actually make a whole separate tutorial on the parkour roll by itself, and maybe if we have time for it, we will in the future. Real quick, if you're having any sort of pain or discomfort while you're doing the roll, you're probably not doing it right, and that is okay because the parkour roll, like I keep saying, is difficult to master, and it takes time to feel it out and see what works best for your body. If at any point in the video and with the next progressions coming up, if you're still having that pain or discomfort, it is completely okay to go back in this video and watch the previous progressions to get it down. Once you have fully mastered the parkour roll and it feels comfortable and you have no pain or anything like that, we can then move on to our next progression. So with that being said, our next progression is going to be to do the parkour roll from a standing position. Once you've got that down, we're then going to add a slight drop into the roll. So we're going to start with the flat surface, we're going to jump up as high as we can, and then as soon as we land, we're going to go into the parkour roll. Now, this is a very, very critical thing. As soon as your feet touch the ground, you have to fall into that roll. If you land first and then roll, that completely takes away the whole point of doing it in the first place. So make sure, as soon as your feet touch the ground, you go into that roll. So once you've gotten that down, we're then going to move on to the next progression, which is adding the roll into drops. So I'd recommend starting with something at knee height or hip height, and then you're going to actually add the drop in before you do the roll, still keeping in mind as soon as your feet hit the ground, you gotta go into the roll. Like I said before, the more distance you cover equals more impact that's being dispersed across space. So make sure you're actually jumping out into your drop. So before you start applying these concepts to higher drops and things with more impact, it's really important that you do proper conditioning to strengthen your legs. If you look at some of the best athletes in the sport right now, they're known for taking huge drops like Dom Tomato. You gotta think that he's put in so much time over the years to strengthen his legs, and he didn't just start with doing a front flip off of 2 stories. It took him a lot of time to get to that point, okay? So really make sure you condition your legs, And you also take the proper time to let your legs rest and recover before you push yourself too hard, because that's how you're going to get hurt. So just a quick recap on the parkour roll. It is an essential movement to master in order to perfect landing safely and absorbing impact correctly. You really want to make sure that you're focusing on that technique and really do it over and over again to get that repetition in, so that way you master it fully. So to close this video, we're going to quickly go over some ways you can apply these techniques to make sure you're having safe landings in both your parkour and ninja training. First and foremost, no matter what skill or movement you're doing for either ninja or parkour, you must always have safe landings. So just a quick few examples of this. Whenever you're doing a vault in parkour, you always want to make sure you're landing on the balls of your feet. Whenever you're landing a flip, a trick, no matter what it is, you always must land on the balls of your feet. If you're hanging on a high obstacle in ninja, for example, and you need to drop down to some mats safely, you can use that ground slap to absorb the impact. If you're coming off hot off a trapeze swing in ninja, you can land and go into that roll, so it's a lot safer. If you're over-rotating a front flip or something similar in parkour, again, you can just go into that forward roll. So no matter what skill you're doing, always keep in mind the things you've learned in this video to help make sure you're remaining safe so that you can train parkour ninja for a long time. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this one and found it helpful as always. If you want to learn more parkour ninja skills, we offer classes Monday through Thursday right here at the Depot. Be sure to head over to dexteritydepot.com for more information. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you in the next one.